Hello and welcome back, Pokemaniacs. If you are unaware, Mega Hawlucha has been revealed in-game for Pokemon Legends ZA, as well as it's been revealed in an animated fighting segment with Machamp. So today we're going to be talking about Mega Hawlucha and how it can affect the gameplay, as well as the animated segment too. So if you guys didn't know, Mega Hawlucha has been indeed revealed in the game. In the game itself, Mega Hawlucha is pretty cool, but it is exactly what a lot of people would have guesstimated or surmised the design would end up being like. In game, as far as its abilities, its attacking power, things like that, we're still somewhat left in the dark, only guessing at this point in time. But overall, things can always change. There's always things that can be added to the game, and Game Freak can always update and change things in regarding to the aspects of what Hawlucha or Mega Hawlucha can do in Pokemon Legends ZA, as well as further on down the line. The animated fight with Machamp is something that I didn't particularly enjoy, and I do want to show more of it, but I can't because of copyright laws and the fact that animation is really copyrighted a lot more than just video games, so sorry about that. But the long and the short is that Hawlucha is a Gen 6 Mon that's versing a Gen 1 Mon in a game that is set in a Gen 6 environment, and I was extremely surprised to find that some people thought that Machamp was going to get a Mega. Like, my god, man. Machamp can already Dynamax uniquely as well. So for me, Hawlucha was a shoo-in for the Mega. I really didn't think Machamp was going to get the Mega evolution. I really did think it was going to be Hawlucha. I didn't know what the design was, but like, I was 99.9% convinced that Hawlucha was going to be the Mega. I absolutely had no thoughts whatsoever of Machamp becoming a Mega, so there's that. But I don't know, did you guys think Machamp was going to get a Mega evolution? It would be hilarious, to be perfectly honest, but you know, Golem doesn't have a Mega evolution, so Machamp being its counterpart, as Alakazam is Gengar's counterpart, and Gengar and Alakazam have Mega evolution. So I don't know, some people said Gen 1 gets glazed over and loved a lot. Hawlucha's design does look strikingly similar to Rey Mysterio, which is fantastically awesome. I think it's just awesome to me personally. I really like it. I'm a big fan of Rey Mysterio, and I think a lot of other people really enjoyed the striking similarities as well. It captures the spirit of Lucha Libres and Luchadors, which basically translates to freestyle wrestling or free fight. So even though this isn't like a Pokemon Theory or lore video, it is pretty cool that it does indeed capture that spirit. The Mega itself accents its transformation pretty well. I think it's accepted a lot better than Mega Victory Bell was or Mega Dragonite. But this is what I've been talking about with like Mega Evolution. I know a lot of people sit here and they rail against and they argue and they say, oh, Game Freak's just not fun anymore. Oh, they're making all these goofy, kooky, wacky designs based on these Pokemon that should be deadly monsters. And here you have like just essentially a Hawkman that is a wrestler. And what can you do with a Mega Evolution? You know, people were thinking that it would become something really wacky, really kooky, really goofballish, you know. But all it did was accent it, which is really, really cool. If you look at the eyes, you can see that it has no pupils anymore, which I thought was really, really awesome. It really is symbolic of Mega Hawlucha dying. No, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to go full game theory here. Game theory is Mega Hawlucha actually dead. Nope. We're not doing that, chat. No, chat. Press F to pay respects. Anyways, the design itself is really, really fantastic. It's really, really unique. I like the gold and the black, and I like what they did to it. It just brings out what Hawlucha is in a much more prominent way. And honestly, I think Hawlucha's design is absolutely fantastic. And then you add this to it, it magnifies it to a level to which it seems like it's actually perfect. This is what Hawlucha really should be, you know what I mean? It's definitely a wrestler. It looks fantastic. The gold and black accents are perfect for it, and it just has slightly more feathers. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing kooky, it's nothing goofy, it just accents it. And that, for me personally, is what Mega Evolution is always supposed to be about. It's supposed to accent, it's supposed to add to. It's not supposed to make the Pokemon look like a goofball. But that is my personal opinion. I know a lot of other people do not feel the same way. Competitively, though, let's talk about that. Now, using non-Mega Hawlucha, you can sweep pretty easily. If you guys didn't know, in battles, a lot of the sets that are run with Hawlucha is something like its ability being Unburdened, which means if you use your item up, you gain quite a bit of speed. So what you do is you use close combat, which will lower your stats with a white herb as your held item, and then the white herb gets used up because of close combat, so now you have Unburden activated, so now you're faster. But you also have acrobatics, which doubles in power if you don't have a held item. So using that white herb allows you to retain your stat loss and gain Unburden, as well as a doubly effective flying type move. You can use this in conjunction with a move that might raise your attack in some way, shape, or form, and boom, there you have. You can use close combat or acrobatics to sweep your opponent. Hawlucha does massive damage, being a flying fighting type. Fantastic, absolutely good Pokemon to use. That's really, really good in competitive sense. Potentially, it can actually have Mold Breaker as well. Nobody particularly runs that in the competitive scene, but it could indeed also have a new ability as its Mega Evolution that would emphasize its showboating, as a lot of wrestlers like to showboat, especially in the WWE. They love showboating, love putting on a show, and Mega Hawlucha is no different. I'm curious if they would give him an ability that would maybe emphasize his showboating, maybe show off how he acts within the ring. I don't know, you know what I mean? Maybe something. I'm sure there's plenty of moves out there that are similar to that. Maybe there'll be an ability for that. Like I said, I don't know. But that would just be for its Mega Evolution, not its base form. It also gains Limber. That should be noted, but it's absolutely worthless. And again, nobody runs that in a competitive sense. So Unburden would still be a fantastic ability to run with Mega Hawlucha. But think of it this way. If you ran regular Hawlucha with Unburden and you activated that combo and then you Mega Evolved and got a different ability also, that would be crazy sweeping potential. So it is a very cool, unique Hawkman type wrestler. Looks like Rey Mysterio, again, a fan favorite, and just overall a widely much more accepted Pokemon, as its Mega design is more accenting rather than a goofball type of look. I know a lot of people really didn't like Mega Dragonite, and a lot of people really didn't like Mega Victory Bell, but this one has been accepted a lot more along the Pokemon community, as well as a lot of the more casual fan base. What do you guys think about Mega Hawlucha? I think it's a fantastic design. I can't praise Pokemon enough, and even though I'm personally not a big fan of Hawlucha as a base form Pokemon, I really do like the Mega design that they've introduced here. Will you guys be getting Pokemon Legends ZA? Will you guys be using Mega Hawlucha? You let me know in the comments down below, and I really, really appreciate it if you would like and share. Click that subscribe button. We're on the road to 100K, and you can help me get there, as well as leave a comment down below telling me what you think about this Pokemon. I've been PokeStuff, and hopefully you guys will have a fantastic week.